During the early months of the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Commander Cody, and the 212th were stationed on the rocky planet of Bogoa, fighting against the huge hordes of droid forces there. While on a standard reconnaissance mission, Commander Cody noticed something incredibly unusual about one of the enemy B-1 battle droids. The B-1 battle droid was completely friendly to the clone forces and even provided medical attention to one of Cody's injured brothers. So I'm going to break down the full story of Coppertop, the B-1 battle droid who fought alongside the clones of the 212th. Before we get into it, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below for more awesome Star Wars lore content. The story begins on the rocky world of Bogoa, where Captain Rex along with General Obi-Wan Kenobi and the 212th are stationed on the lookout for enemy droid forces. The group had not encountered any enemy forces since the skies of this remote planet were illuminated by a colourful show of lights. The immense amount of blaster bolts and other weapons fired on the planet had formed a rainbow, which made the battlefields of the area glow. As they are waiting for further advances from the droid army, Obi-Wan tells Cody that he has drawn the short straw and will be placed on roundup duty out on the front lines. Cody is pretty annoyed that he has been placed on roundup duty again and begins to wonder if he really should have trained to become a clone commander. Roundup duty is the tragic task where one clone trooper of a company is chosen to go out and search for surviving clones among the many fallen brothers. It's definitely not a role any clone soldier enjoys having to do, but it does have to be done. Obi-Wan reassures him that everything is going to be alright because Cody will get to spend more time with him, to which he sarcastically responds, "You'll have to do better than that, sir. Wish me luck." Before quickly moving out of their camp to begin the mission, Cody immediately moves out, choosing not to wear his helmet on his head because he believes that the mission will be very easy and pretty standard. While traveling on the jagged rocks surrounding his company's camp, he reassures himself that most droids couldn't hit a bullseye door if they were attached to the handle, but the shots that do hit never seem to wound. As Commander Cody continues moving through the harsh landscape of the planet, he is suddenly alerted to a metallic object very close in front of him, a B-1 battle droid. Cody is absolutely disgusted as he sees the B-1 unit holding a blade over one of his brothers who is lying injured on the cold ground. Cody immediately draws his weapon in order to protect his brother and demands that the battle droid drop the blade. Commander Cody then quickly moves closer to the B-1 battle droid, pointing his blaster directly at its shiny head. The droid lifts his metallic arms into the air, trying to convince Commander Cody that this is all a misunderstanding and that it's not what it looks like. Cody isn't buying it, however, because all of his experience on the battlefields of the Clone Wars have shown him one thing, that with a droid, what you see is always what you get. Because of this, Commander Cody is about to fire on the helpless droid, but Obi-Wan rapidly arrives on the scene, holding Cody back, telling him that he senses that this B-1 unit is different from the rest. Obi-Wan can sense that this droid has not hurt Clone Trooper Gunner, who was lying badly injured on the rocky ground, but instead he actually saved Gunner's life. As Kenobi approaches the B-1 battle droid, the droid tells him that it was the right thing to do, one expendable soldier helping another. Honestly, really awesome to see the comparison made between the battle droids of the Separatist army and the clones of the Grand Army of the Republic. They really are a lot more similar than you might think. Obi-Wan then quickly asks the B-1 unit for his designation number and battle directive, to which he responds that he really doesn't know. He doesn't remember his designation number. Instead, he simply goes by the name Coppertop. Coppertop does, however, report that he did once have a regular Separatist battle directive, which was to kill clones on sight, but that has now been replaced by a new command. This new command is to ignore all previous programming and orders. Commander Cody then places his yellow trimmed helmet back on and wonders what would the Separatists want with a non-violent droid. Obi-Wan then suspiciously responds that he doesn't know, but he doesn't like it either. Kenobi then orders Cody to help Trooper Gunner back to his feet and to call in a security squad from the 212th. As Cody carries his badly injured brother back to safety, Obi-Wan walks with Coppertop and asks him to join him back at the camp with the rest of the company. A Sarge Ventress and a Chiss bounty hunter named Cyril Tov look on from a distant cliff face where they are observing the actions of Coppertop and how he will interact with Obi-Wan and the Republic forces. Obi-Wan then begins to question the shiny metal droid, asking him, if you've turned your back on a life as a ruthless killing machine, what are your primary protocols? Coppertop then awesomely responds, saying, 1. To live free, 2. To protect the weak, and 3. Rescue strays. Obi-Wan is genuinely shocked and confused by this, because these are the exact opposite traits to the standard B-1 battle droid units. After Cody arrives back at the company camp, with Captain Rex and the other men, one of the members of the 212th, called Eyeball, urgently reports that he is picking up a lot of unusual static, telling Cody that it could be a separatist jammer signal. Cody is very concerned about this signal jamming and realizes that the area they are located in is very vulnerable to a separatist ambush that could come out of nowhere. Following that, Obi-Wan continues questioning the mysterious battle droid, asking him when his new commands were actually given. Coppertop then begins to tell the story of how he changed from a brutal clone-killing machine to a peaceful B1 battle droid with free will. Coppertop tells Obi-Wan that during the second day of the Battle of Bogoa, he was a part of a droid force that was sent to attack the 212th, as was standard procedure for the droid army. The fight wasn't going too well for the droids, however, with many of them falling to the immense firepower of the 212th. Not long after, he received a call from a chilling voice whispering over his comms unit, telling him to execute Order 99. He was also ordered by the mysterious whispering voice to shut down his primary systems in the middle of the battle. Once Coppertop rebooted, he found himself alone with the rest of his droid brothers leaving him behind. So instead of rejoining his unit, he decided to stay and help the fallen soldiers of both sides, both Separatist and Republic. Coppertop continues on, telling Obi-Wan that it was at that point where he met Gunner, who very nearly melted Coppertop down to scrap. While Coppertop is continuing on with the story, Asajj Ventress and her Chiss bounty hunter accomplice appear from the shadows, shocking Kenobi and Cody. Ventress demands that Obi-Wan hands over the droid without incident, or they can handle it the fun way. If you've seen all of the Ventress and Kenobi Clone Wars episodes, you'll know exactly what this means. Obi-Wan and Ventress then lock their luminous blue and red blades as she demands that the Republic forces surrender on the planet. Ventress quickly steps back and allows her fellow bounty hunter Cyril to take aim on Gunner. Gunner calls out to Obi-Wan, telling him that it is the same Chiss bounty hunter as the one from earlier, but Obi-Wan is well aware of his gruesome reputation. The Chiss bounty hunter then releases a horrific burst of toxic gas from his gauntlets, forcing the clones to scatter so that they can't be easily targeted. Obi-Wan also tells Coppertop to stay low, to which he awesomely responds, "But I don't want anyone to get hurt because of me." Cody then exclaims that he hates bounty hunters and swiftly launches a thermal blast detonator towards Ventress and the Chiss, but he is able to use his jetpack to escape the situation with ease. While this is happening, Ventress and Obi-Wan continue their intense battle, where she calls Obi-Wan short-sighted and tells him that the foresight of the Jedi remains clouded. Ventress continues to taunt Obi-Wan as their ferocious battle continues, but Coppertop suddenly lifts his arm into the air and surrenders, hoping to stop the fighting between the Jedi and the Sith assassin. Ventress is very pleased with this outcome and disengages from her battle with Obi-Wan to take the droid back to Count Dooku, who wants to dismantle him personally. Obi-Wan warns Coppertop to stay with the Republic because they will treat him well and not take him apart, but Coppertop refuses, saying that he doesn't want to be the cause of any more fighting. As Cyril is escorting Coppertop back to his ship, the B1 battle droid bravely stretches his hand out and pulls the Chiss bounty hunter's deactivator switch, shocking his metal plating full of electricity, destroying his circuits, killing him immediately. Coppertop wanted to go out in his own way, on his own path. Ventress is shocked but very angry at this decision, realizing that Dooku is going to be incredibly upset with her failure. Kenobi is also incredibly sad at the loss of a good droid, one who could have been a very fine addition to the 212th. A short while later, Kenobi is able to return to the camp, where Gunner excitedly asks where Coppertop is. Unfortunately, Obi-Wan delivers the tragic news that he was killed, but at least he went out his own way. To end the story, Dooku reports directly back to his master, Darth Sidious, that he has failed to recapture the reprogrammed droid, but that Order 99 was successfully executed. Sidious is not upset at all, because he realizes that this same order can be used in reverse to twist the minds of the clone troopers. This whole situation was simply a way for Darth Sidious to test Order 66 in reverse with the Separatist droid. If you think about it, Order 99 upside down is Order 66. So that is the story of the B1 battle droid who fought alongside the clones of the 212th during the Battle of Bogoa. Thanks so much for watching, really hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers guys, hope to see you in the next one.